What's new in Cook Serve Delicious 3? You mean besides serving food from a food truck? Lots of things. Where the second game in the series was more of a refinement of the first, the third game takes it in an exciting new direction. I'm thrilled, I tell you.
Order up!
Before I get to the latest stuff, I'm going to go over the basics briefly. If you only want new information, please skip ahead to the time shown or use the link in the description. The Cook Serve Delicious series is a typing game hidden inside a cooking game. I love it. There are a million food dishes to make. They range from simple, like chicken nuggets, to complicated, like gumbo. Gumbo. Gumbo is so complicated because the game gives you a recipe to follow for a particular style of gumbo. But you are still shown all the ingredients to make any of the other styles. It's easy to make a mistake and put okra in there when you weren't supposed to. The gameplay gets frantic when orders start piling up and you can't cook the food fast enough. You have to repair it and serve the dish before it burns, or the customer gets tired of waiting. Then there's cleaning that needs to be done. It's this insanely hectic gameplay that makes Cook Serve Delicious so unique and fun to play. Now let's get to what's new. After your restaurant is destroyed, it's time to take your cooking on the road. With 2 robots helping you out, you go on missions or levels or days of serving food, and you have 3 to 5 stops each time. This changes everything. Food trucks rely on serving food quickly by preparing it before getting on location. This carries over to the game, and instead of waiting for orders to come in, you now use the holding stations a lot more. In the previous game, the holding stations were used for side dishes to gain extra money and increase the time customers would wait. So here, the orders come in and you can't act on them unless you have it prepared already in a holding station. Before I dive into this any further, you need to know that the robot companion will serve the completed dishes for you. You have to flick the right stick or press Control on the keyboard. This means you can serve food incredibly fast from the holding stations. I mean, literally as soon as the order comes in, you can have the robot help. I might need to adjust how I play because serving everything so quickly is tricky. Customers do not wait long. Also, customers will only remain if their food is being prepared. One particularly painful situation is when several orders are waiting on the holding station to finish cooking. Then it ends, but all the customers expect you to make their orders right now. Try doing that for 5 orders at a time, you'll never make it. Anyway, I've played too much of the second game to have a quick take on the third. It's challenging, relying only on the holding stations when I'm not used to that. 7 orders could be waiting, but you only have 4 holding stations. It's a lot. Also, a few of the icons look too similar, like chicken nuggets and chicken strips, so it's impossible to tell which one is empty. Cook Serve Delicious 3 is more frantic than ever, and that's exactly what we're looking for. There are 3 to 5 stops per level, and it's like all of them are a rush hour. The rush hour is a mechanic from the old game where most of the orders came in. There were 2 per day, one at noon and another at 5, lunch and dinner rushes. With 3 rushes per level, it's insane! It seems like this is what they were going for. More frantic gameplay that splits your attention without being able to breathe. If that's the case, you need to memorize the recipes more, which makes sense since you have to create the menu each day. You can choose the recipes you know best, but I expect it's going to take some practice. Also, on some levels, the game forces you to have a minimum difficulty. It can be tricky to determine which options are going to meet the criteria and still be possible. If you give yourself all yellow holding station foods, it's going to be impossible. They changed the available food options for each level. So for example, there might be breakfast foods or salads. Keep in mind that you still need to take regular orders between stops. These are boxed orders and are picked up as soon as you arrive at a stop. You'll also want to refill the holding stations, but you can't refill them right away. You have to worry about the food expiring before arriving at the next stop. The game doesn't tell you how quickly a dish expires, so it's all trial and error. Figuring out cinnamon buns expired so soon wasn't fun. Now I know, and I only prepare them just before arriving. I'm too impatient to test the recipes before taking them on the truck, so I know I could do that, but I'm not going to. Another new mechanic is truck upgrades. This recalls back to the first game where you could buy improvements to the restaurant that helped keep it clean. You can add more holding stations, which is a godsend, but you can also add more prep stations, and that's going to make the game more challenging. There are a few other helpful upgrades. For example, one will increase how long foods stay fresh in the holding stations. The game does let you turn on and off which upgrades you want, but they're in a path, forcing you to make the game more challenging to get them. Another difference is how much of the game is locked behind medals. You need 10 silver medals to get past the opening area. Quite a deviation from the other games that only required experience to unlock more levels. I'm undecided about this because I'm not a fan of locked content. However, you can play on chill mode and still get a silver medal.
Incoming food truck.
We lost a holding station.
The combat is new too. I had a rival food truck drive by and shoot up the truck, and it disabled a holding station for the entire level. I was hoping it would be more interactive than that, so I could have a chance to defend the truck. It's only the second area of the game, so we'll see what happens. In terms of co-op, I like to play with my wife using controllers. It's a little more complicated, but with two people, it seems to even out. The game has all the recipes we remember, which is fun, but having the bots automatically serve the food takes a lot of the fun out of the game. Part of the reason is that in the second game, I would take care of all the food in the holding stations. And you can see how this isn't feasible here. I think this will be easier later on as more recipes need further preparation after it's cooked in a holding station. We're having fun, but the biggest complaint is how bad the graphics are for telling the controllers apart. Overall, it's fantastic to see Cook Serve Delicious move in a new direction. And the new recipes are great. I can't believe how many recipes are going to be in the game now. I also can't wait to follow along on early access and see where the game ends up. I'll be doing a full review when the game exits early access, so hit subscribe and you won't miss it. What are your thoughts? Thank you. Cook Serve Delicious looks like it's going to be good, but what should I play next? Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe.